Am I drawing this out? Yes. Should I have stopped a while ago? Yes. Do I give a single flying piece of poodoo? No. So for those who are uninitiated, for a while now, I've been going back and forth with these guys on TikTok who made a video essentially making light of a dox. And these guys are XZ, Fiji, and Flows. They essentially made a video where they made fun of Jellybean's doxing, and then I made a video where I made fun of them for making fun of Jellybean's doxing, and they made a video where they made fun of me for making fun of Jellybean's doxing, and then I made a video where I made fun of them for making fun of me for making fun of them making fun of Jellybeans. It's a mess. If you want to watch it, go watch the other video. That'll give you context whatever the fuck. At this point, it's just Exy left, and he keeps responding with paragraphs to videos I'm making on him, and I call out things in the paragraph, and then he kept on going with that, and I'm just completely done with the situation. So, just like an upfront right now, this video is not about that. I've said basically everything I've wanted to say, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to tie up the loose ends and that I left in the comment section with the dullest and most unenthused voice possible, because at this point that is all I have left for this drama, or whatever you would like to call it. So, are we ready to read off these TikTok comments that I find dumb? Okay, let's go. Well, you see, I'm not coming at British people. I am just making fun of this one British dude. Yes, I'm making jokes at his expense for being British, but at the end of the day, that's not what I think of all British people. If I had a nickel for every time I've ever heard that, I genuinely cannot tell if this one is satire or not. If it's satire, this is the best fucking comment that anybody has ever left in the history of the internet. If it's not satire, this is the absolute worst argument I think I've ever seen. He even has the gall to call me a child predator. Buddy, if I was doing this for publicity, I would have stopped doing this like 3 videos ago. The views have only been going down, and the amount of stupid people coming to this guy's defense has only been going up. Yes. And I said why in the video you commented this under. Oh, he's doing something right, alright. We'll get to that later in this video. Nice ratio, buddy. Really got me there. No, you're not doing it just to push my buttons. There's no indication as to such. But, even if you were, would it really be that much better? Because you're a, 100,000 subbed commentary channel here on TikTok? You are bending over just so you can shit on me a little bit. I didn't tag you in this video at all. You went out of your way to comment this under the video, because I did not tag you or give you any indication that you should go under this video. Are you serious? You came back at me with the most middle school response you possibly could, and you still fucked it up. The correct terminology would be riding. When you're riding somebody's dick through the internet, it means that you can't stop talking about them. When you're sucking somebody's dick through the internet, it means you can't stop complimenting them. Also, this is a strategy employed by commentators much like I Don't Care, where you say this because you don't actually have a response to me. And it was at this point I stopped because I realized we were just going in circles. Alright, fuck this. Let's talk about the thing I actually came here to talk about. So the reason I was so adamant about talking about these guys is because they're representative of an issue I've had for a while, which are TikTok commentary channels. TikTok commentary is horrible. It employs the absolute worst traits of commentary, like, for example, surf gameplay in the background. But seriously, they'll do things like misunderstand very obvious jokes, push a feminist wrecked mindset, and just like criticize people for things that are out of their control. Now, I am not by any means the first person with this opinion. You can find countless videos of people mocking these commentary videos.
And some bitch with blue hair and BLM in her bio would tell me that that's offensive. But when they say...
Right. And is this woman with the blue hair and BLM in her bio in the room with us right now?
But a lot of these critiques will make the statement that these channels remind them of old commentary, and that's actually where I disagree, because old commentary had something that these channels sorely lack: integrity. Old commentary took pride in itself, and it seemed to care, or at least understand, that it was in a very high position of power. Yes, I understand the "please don't send hate to the person in this video" thing is a meme, but a lot of them who said it genuinely meant it. I remember things like Memulus putting that at the very beginning of his video because people were being too hard on the kid that he was making a video on.
Now, as a lot of you will probably know, I made a video on him a few months ago, and I got some interesting comments. I want to punch him in the face so fucking hard. I want to punch that kid in the face. Like, I get it, he makes videos that could be considered pretty shit, but still not really a good reason to punch a 13-year-old in the face. Now, I know I usually say this at the end of my videos, but for this one, I feel as though I'm going to need to say it at the start. Please don't send hate over to Derv. And also, can you please not post in my comments section how you want to punch him in the face?
I remember Diesel Patches messing up on the Pyrocynical situation and having him stop himself from talking about situations like that again because he felt like he wasn't responsible enough.
So I want to take this opportunity to fully apologize to both Pyro and Ivory for the way I've handled this situation. I've just handled this whole situation so fucking poorly, and I'm very sorry for that. From now on, I'm not going to be talking about cases or stories that are related to the one like Pyro's, like a possible pedo allegation coming out. I don't feel like I should be doing that anymore. I don't trust myself to put out the right information when it comes to stuff like that, and it is a serious situation. I'm still going to make videos on this channel, but I'm going to focus more on stuff that's, you know, revolved around unfunny cringe humor or something like that, because obviously I'm not mature or responsible enough to handle situations like these. So
hell, it's arguable that these channels need to exist, otherwise people on the internet would not be called out nearly as much for their shitty behavior. Michael McCrudden, J-Station, EDP, fucking streamers who beg for their money. All of these people are people who have done something really shitty, and there has always been those commentary channels to come there and call them out and keep them in check for it. Even when they're making fun of somebody for being cringe, they do it in a way where even the person that they're making fun of can watch the video and have a good time. They can laugh at it.
On cum powder, that's fucking funny. You cannot deny that that's funny. Cum powder? How could I not? I'm gonna slip it in. It's funny because even after we posted that whole video, Dre Drexler, the guy who the video was about, reached out to us on the day that we posted it and said, "This is fucking hilarious."
Now you see, there are two types of commentators: critical commentators and comedic commentators. Critical commentators are commentators who usually make videos where they criticize somebody for poor behavior on the internet. Comedic commentators are people who usually tend to find something cringe and then they just make fun of it a little bit. Now obviously these channels don't make only one or the other, they switch pretty often, but they are very careful in mixing them. And it is with that we are introduced to the first problem with these TikTok commentary channels. So in the center of the chart I just showed you, there rests TikTok commentary, which is a mix of both critical and comedic commentary. But XP, why is this a problem? Well, see, it wouldn't be a problem if they were just making a critical video and putting comedic elements in it, or vice versa. But that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is making a 50-50 split of critical and comedic commentary and applying it to every single person they make a video on, with zero exception. And what that essentially does is it leads to somebody making a video on somebody who's cringe and then treating it like it's the worst thing ever, like it's a crime to be cringe. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, that's pretty bad. But how did they come up with this? Well, they didn't. Somebody else came up with it before them. Somebody you definitely know. 3 words. Leafy is here. These channels proudly call themselves Leafy clones, and I know the older ones did this too, but when they did it, they were ironic. These new channels aren't ironic. Hell, it's arguable that some of them take pride in being called a Leafy clone, like they're fucking ecstatic that you compare them to your favorite content creator. Hell, even when they're being ironic about it, it's undeniable that they take a heavy amount of influence from him. And that's a problem because these channels don't seem to understand that Leafy is largely considered a joke. As stated, older commentary channels called themselves Leafy clones, but when they did it, they were ironic. Because even back in the day, Leafy was considered a joke. Hell, it's arguable that one of Leafy's disciples, iDubbbz, killed his channel, or at least had a very heavy hand in killing his channel. Leafy was detested because he went for the absolute lowest of blows. He would attack kids, insult appearances, things that people couldn't control. These TikTok commentary channels are the exact same, arguably getting worse. For example, you know Cloaked, the dude who fucking doxed Jellybean? Yeah, he's in the Commentary Club Discord server, and yes, that really is him. I clicked on the YouTube linked in his thing that led to a Twitter, that led to a Discord server, where he openly talks about doxing people. Yeah, a legit doxer, just sitting in the fucking friends list of this Commentary Club Discord channel. Doesn't this just feel like the absolute best community that you could possibly be a part of? There was a point in time where the commentator Jaden threatened to take down a video that was critical of her, and every commentator under the goddamn sun came at her for it. And it wasn't just like one or two channels. It was a bunch of people, and fucking Optimus, with 1 million subscribers, went down to help this channel being threatened by Jaden.
Today we are going to be talking about the YouTuber Jaden. Now, many of you probably never really expected for me to talk about Jaden, especially in a video ever again. I feel like maybe it's a little hypocritical if I don't make a video talking about this, considering the fact that, well, it's very public what's happening. You know, it's gotten to the point where it's being debated even on like Augie RFC's show. And with all of that kind of going on, I've realized too that I've talked about pretty much a pretty similar topic or two in other instances that are a little bit like this, and I feel like it's a little unfair if I don't cover it, right? Because honestly, what Jalen's been doing has been unacceptable, and it's been some stuff that if I feel like other people were doing it would be talked about a lot more.
I'm pretty sure if somebody tried to pull the doxing shit here, they would not be allowed back on the goddamn site. They all act on a very, if I say it's true, that means it's true mindset. They'll say that they agree or believe in something, but their actions will propagate something completely different. And if someone calls them out for something, they run their account in a way where if they don't want to respond, they absolutely do not have to. When I say that they push a feminist wrecked mindset, I mean that they will push an extreme feminist wrecked mindset, like borderline sexism. They will take a joke, like a very obvious joke, and just try and morph it and change it into this psycho-feminist trying to take over the world.
Well, the real truth is that this is cap. It's a joke.
Why is a man talking about our periods like he knows about them? Our skin do peel after our period. This man really trying to mansplain our periods to us.
Okay, I love how this feminist is literally trying to say that an actual doctor is incorrect, even though there's no actual evidence to support that women peel their skin after their periods. And just because a doctor is male doesn't mean that they'll know about the female body, because they are literally trained to know about that.
Not to mention, sometimes they will just completely fall for just obvious bait. And even if they do it unintentionally, it doesn't make it better. Like, for example, that Meowba situation. Meowba is very obviously somebody who's just trying to bait these channels into making videos on them, and it's working. They're giving attention to the person who's very obviously acting on attention.
Reading Meow's TikTok comments.
I already dislike her. Bro, there's no way you're telling me people actually enjoy this content and decide to like the TikTok. Holy shit.
Meow, can you say this kawaii word? Retard. Okay, retard.
Bro. Bro, you can't be saying that.
Oh no, wait. They doxed her. Never mind. These guys are heroes.
So in case you haven't seen already, Meowba got doxxed very recently. So I won't share the information on here as I'm not a dick. But if a face leak comes out of it, then I'll be sure to share it on my page. Now,
congratulations, you managed to dox 2 fucking people. And they even have the nerve to completely fabricate an entire story that just did not happen.
Clash of Clans is being canceled. If you didn't know, Clash of Clans is a free mobile game that you can just play for free. You know, I used to play, it's really fun. Anyways, it's being canceled because there are only 2 black characters in the game.
Who is saying that? This video shows no evidence. There's not a tweet. There's not a fucking comment. Nobody is saying that. Oh, an alt girl tweeted it out and she deleted it after she hate. No, she didn't. This alt girl doesn't exist. But hang on. Why? Why are these commentators like this? Why are they the lowest denominator, leafy levels of commentary? Well, it's actually the reason why they're famous. The whole reason that they're big is because they've exploited a cycle that gets you the views and the followers, but a hefty amount of problems that come with it. It is a method that I have dubbed the quick pop cycle. So the quick pop cycle goes like this. First, the content creator makes content appealing to a younger demographic. Then they appeal to this younger demographic for their entire adolescence until the current audience that they're appealing to grows up and gets too old to watch the content, which leads to them leaving, but then the content creator appealing to the newer kids, and then the cycle repeats. The commentary on TikTok employs this method in spades. You see, even though it might not seem like this style of content is directly aimed at kids, it very much is. You see, kids like to feel included. So when they see a large wave of people going and hating on this one person, then they're going to want to join in on that. And I should probably mention now, kids is a pretty extreme term. I would say it's around the age range of 13 to maybe 16. But essentially, that gives you a massive army of followers that are really all just misguided children. And when you get a following of misguided children, you're obviously going to want to cater to them for as long as you can. And when they get older and realize what you're doing is kind of fucked up and shitty, then you just start appealing to the new kids who don't know any better as the old ones leave. Now, why is this a problem? Well, as I stated, there's a whole slew of problems that comes with using quick pop, but we're going to hyper-focus on 2. Number 1, quick pop is a great way for gaining a bunch of followers. It is an awful way of maintaining them. Almost every single creator who has used quick pop will or has already fallen off into obscurity. As stated, these channels are forced to keep up with the trends. And if you can't keep up with those trends for even a millisecond, you're gone, you're done, you're out of the game, and you will likely never recover. Now, commentary is all about finding trending things and criticizing and or making videos on them. That's what the big ones do, so why do we have sour results when these TikTok ones do it? Well, there's another level to this. As I mentioned, it's a pitfall that most of these quick pop cycle creators tend to fall into, and it's an old saying. Slow success builds character, fast success builds ego. And the reason that matters so much is because these commentary channels that are appealing to these kids are themselves in that age range, and if not, 1 or 2 years older. And because of this, the whole ego thing gets to them faster. But they're also not stupid. They know that their place in the internet is pretty fickle. So they will do anything to keep this position that they have on the top. And as we've seen with the jelly bean thing, this includes support of immoral and sometimes illegal things. And as long as it wasn't them directly who did it, it's on the table. As you can probably tell, that's worrisome. Instead of having a generation of commentators who are calling people out for bullshit like this, we now have a generation of commentators that actively commit it. And it's not like there's anybody at the top to call people out for this, because the top are doing it as well. And it's always going to get a little more excessive, because there's only so many times you can make fun of a PNG tuber for being cringe and have the kids' entertainment. So it always has to be a little bit more extreme than the first one. First it goes from cringe, then it goes to insults, then it goes to doxing, and God knows what else is on top of that. And it is with that I want to show you a comment on the video that started this entire thing. On the video that started this all, Concept Commentary commented, "Bro has so much potential as a commentator, but he chooses to bash on other ones." And Exy replied to this, insinuating that he agreed with it. Alright, now I'm just gonna fuck off with the sweetheart wording here. So what you are essentially saying is that I am a bad commentator, and if I want to be a good one, I have to stand by these assholes as they bash on somebody whose face just got leaked in a dox. Absolutely, all the way to the moon. Fuck that. I was debating on recording this part because it makes me sound snooty, but you know what? Fuck it. When you are a commentator, you are agreeing to do one thing. Call out bullshit. It does not matter where this fucking bullshit comes from. If it is a fellow commentator, you call them out because that is your moral obligation. You want to do the cringe stuff, you want to call out cringe, you want to just have a good time, that's fine. But don't fucking go around doxing people and expect nothing from them. And this mindset is something that all of these channels have. They all collectively agree not to fucking attack each other because they're all doing the exact same garbage. And that's just kind of telling, right? That's telling that this TikTok commentary is garbage. And it's with all that, I think I've nailed my point. The nail's in the coffin, and the coffin has been lowered into the ground, whatever the fuck. Now listen. I love commentary, and it's why I got so worked up. Because it really does make me mad when somebody says something along the lines of, "Oh, commentary is just people playing surf in the background and bullying kids." Because that's just such a surface level critique of commentary. There's so much more to it than that. But these TikTok channels tend to make me believe that myself. Also, one more thing. I know that I use the term TikTok commentary channels. Obviously, not every TikTok commentary is bad. But these very large, very major TikTok commentary channels are. And it fucking sucks to see commentary becoming a lot of the things that it swore to criticize. But alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm probably not going to make another video on this topic again unless something absolutely mind-numbingly insane happens. But I'm done. I'm going to go back to recording the videos I wanted to. And by the way, if you joined in because of this, hey, it's nice to see that you're a follower now. Alright, the Amazing Spider-Man videos are next. Goodbye. And fuck yourself.